There is something deeply comforting about the soft boy male lead in K-dramas. And honestly, I think that is exactly why audiences keep falling in love with them. In a genre once dominated by cold, arrogant, emotionally unavailable male leads, these gentle, emotionally mature characters feel like a breath of fresh air. They are kind without being weak, supportive without being controlling, and romantic without turning love into a power game. These are the men who listen, communicate, and create safe emotional spaces for the people they love. And in today's world, that feels more powerful than ever. So let's talk about 5 K-drama soft boys who truly deserve all the protection in the world, because each one of them reminds us that tenderness is not only attractive, it is unforgettable. When the weather is fine, Lemon Sub. Let's begin with Lemon Sub, because if softness could take human form, it would probably look exactly like him. Played so beautifully by So Kang-joon in When the Weather is Fine, Unsub is not flashy, loud, or dramatic. He is quiet, observant, and calm in a way that makes every scene he is in feel warm and safe. As a humble bookstore owner living in a peaceful rural town, he creates an environment where healing feels possible, not through grand romantic gestures, but through small acts of care, like brewing coffee, remembering details, and simply being present. What makes Unsub so special is how deeply selfless his love is. He doesn't try to fix the female lead or demand that she open up before she is ready. Instead, he gives her space to breathe and heal on her own terms. That kind of patience is rare, not just in dramas, but in real life too. Personally, I think Unsub represents one of the healthiest romantic ideals in K-dramas. Someone who understands that love is sometimes just about being a safe place for another person. And tell me honestly, don't characters like him make you wish real-life romance could be this emotionally gentle? Run On, Ki Sun-jeom. Next is Ki Sun-jeom from Run On, played by MC1. And I have to say, he may be one of the most emotionally refreshing male leads in modern K-drama history. Sun-jeom is not your typical romantic hero. He doesn't dominate conversations, doesn't play manipulative mind games, and never acts like emotional confusion is somehow romantic. Instead, he communicates clearly, respects boundaries, and treats the woman he loves like an equal. What I admire most about Sun-jeom is his emotional intelligence. He is deeply aware of his own feelings, and even when he struggles, he approaches relationships with honesty instead of ego. That alone makes him stand out in a sea of toxic romantic tropes. He also uses his privilege to protect others, which adds another layer to his kindness. It is not passive softness, but active compassion. Watching him feels reassuring because he proves that masculinity can be gentle without losing strength. Honestly, I think more dramas need characters like him, because kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. Reply 1988, Choi Taek. Now let's talk Choi Taek, the beloved sweetheart of Reply 1988, played by Park Bo-gum. Taek is one of those characters who quietly sneaks into your heart and refuses to leave. He may be a genius Baduk player with extraordinary talent, but outside the game board, he is shy, awkward, vulnerable, and almost childlike in his innocence. And that vulnerability is exactly what makes him so lovable. Unlike louder or more assertive male leads, Taek's power comes from sincerity. He does not compete for attention. He does not perform affection dramatically. When he loves with quiet devotion that feels completely genuine. There is something incredibly touching about how emotionally transparent he is. He does not hide behind pride or emotional walls. Personally, I think Taek remains unforgettable because he reminds us that purity of heart can be stronger than charisma. He makes viewers protective because he feels fragile in the most precious way. And honestly, who did not want to hug him at least once every episode? Weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo. Jung Joon-hyung. Then we have Jung Joon-hyung from Weightlifting Fairy. Kim Bok-joo, played by Nam Joo-hyuk, who may just be the ultimate boyfriend goals soft boy. Joon-hyung is playful, affectionate, goofy, and endlessly supportive. What makes him stand out is how naturally he celebrates the female lead's success instead of feeling threatened by it. In so many romance stories, ambition creates tension, but here, love becomes encouragement. That is one of the healthiest things about his character. He wants his partner to shine. He cheers her on, lifts her up emotionally, and never makes her feel like she has to shrink herself to be loved. I think that is incredibly powerful. Junhyung teaches us that romance is not about control or possession. It is about helping each other grow. And honestly, his puppy-like energy makes him impossible not to adore. He is the kind of lead who makes you smile just by showing up on screen. And that warmth is exactly why fans still adore him years later. Still 17, Gong Woo-jin. Finally, we have Gong Woo-jin from Still 17, also known as 30 But 17, portrayed by Yang Se-jong. Woo-jin is fascinating because he initially seems distant and grumpy, almost like he might fit into the classic emotionally unavailable mold. But as the story unfolds, we discover that beneath that guarded exterior is an incredibly tender, wounded, compassionate soul. What makes Woo-jin so moving is his empathy. When the female lead is in pain, he doesn't try to dismiss or solve her feelings with easy words. He feels them with her. He cries with her. He shares emotional burdens rather than avoiding them. That kind of vulnerability is rare and beautiful to watch. Personally, I think Woo-jin is proof that softness sometimes hides behind emotional scars. His journey is especially meaningful because it reminds us that healing and tenderness often go hand in hand. And isn't that one of the most human things a drama can show? These 5 soft boys remind us why this archetype matters so much in K-dramas today. They challenge outdated ideas about masculinity by showing that emotional openness, gentleness, and compassion are not weaknesses, they are strengths. In many ways, these characters feel more heroic than the loud, domineering leads of the past because they create love built on trust, respect, and emotional safety. So now I want to ask you, which K-drama soft boy owns your heart? And is there another gentle male lead you think deserves to be on this list? Because honestly, in a world that often celebrates hardness, these soft boys are exactly the kind of heroes we need more of.